Alright guys, in today's video, we're inside the Sonata because we're going to do something important with this little guy right here. What up guys, it's your boy Shayness, and of course we're at home base real quick. It's a little dark just because I'm so excited to get this done. I actually found out about this through a page on Facebook for Sonata N-Line owners and also K5 owners, and that is that there's actually a website to easily update your audio or navigation unit in your vehicle. Now, for those of you Gen 1 Veloster guys that are starting to get ahead, please just tame your excitement, because unfortunately this isn't that coveted update that allows you to update the media to allow for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is simply just an update for people who have what's called the Gen 1 and Gen 2 simple audio players and those that have navigation units built in. It doesn't matter if it's the 7-inch, 8-inch, or even the new 10.25-inch navigation units. So first and foremost, of course, you're going to need a flash drive. The first recommendation with your flash drive is to make sure that this is formatted to be in the FAT32 type of indexing, as opposed to the traditional NTSC, I believe it is. But anyways, you want to make sure you do that. For the navigation owners, you don't have to worry about it because there's actually software that'll format the actual drive itself, so you don't have to kind of go out of your way to do that. But for those of you guys that just have the Gen 1 navigation style or the Gen 2, you're definitely going to want to have to do this step on your own. And I'm going to show you what Gen 1 looks like, and of course side by side to what Gen 2 looks like, so this way you know which of the two you have. So as of the time of me making this video, this is the list for the simple audio updates for Gen 1, so feel free to pause the video to see that closely. And here's a very brief list of the Gen 2 audio systems. There's pretty much a handful of cars. Feel free to pause this. So now that you've seen that, if you have no navigation but you have an audio system that's considered Gen 1 or Gen 2 and one of those vehicles, you're going to make sure that you're going to go to update.hyundai.com, and it's essentially going to take you to this page. For people that don't have a navigation unit, the first page you're going to want to look at is the notifications. There's going to be a notification for the people with just normal audio players that's, I believe, updated for February. And of course, you're going to click that. It's going to ask you if you have Gen 1 or 2, which you already just saw. You're going to choose which generation, and then you're just going to scroll down and make sure you download the corresponding file by clicking the hyperlink. For navigation owners, it's even easier. You're going to click on the navigation tab, and there's going to be two boxes, one for Windows, one for Mac. You're going to download the software, and essentially you're just going to launch it. Once the software is downloaded to your PC or your MacBook, you're going to launch it. The actual program will ask you to log in. You should already have a myhyundai.com login. Of course, you would have something if you have Blue Link, at the very least, even if you did the trial Blue Link from the dealership, assuming you bought your vehicle brand new. If not, make sure to register so that way you can have your car information ready to go. And then essentially you're just going to follow prompts, and you're going to download the software or download directly to the flash drive. And now we're going to fast forward to the exciting part, which is we're going to go to the car, and I'm actually going to show you what we're going to do with that flash drive I just showed you a few moments ago. Alright, so first things first is we actually have to turn on the car. So, like so. We start it up. And the reason why we're using this little guy is because we're actually going to update this thing. Now, I know a lot of people don't know how to do that. Some people don't even know that it's a thing that you can update these systems. For example, unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you guys how to do that in the Veloster because I didn't have the navigation package or the tech package. And one cool thing in that video was the fact, or at least in that model, I'm sorry, was the fact that you could have updated this, the just stock stereo system to accept Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So this has actually had an update since September of last year, and then it just received a new update in April. Again, this car was slated to come out in December, but due to COVID, a lot of dealerships didn't get the Sonata N-Line until February. So essentially, this media player has actually already gotten 2 upgrades since. So we're of course going to update this and see what new features we got. Before I do that, I am just going to show you a few things before we get ahead, just so you guys can remember, because I've already kind of read ahead and seen some of the updates. So we're going to go into the menu. So we're going to go into the setup just so you guys can actually see what the icons look like. So this is kind of the home screen, right? Like if you go home, this is what the icons look like right now. This is all the stuff. And then, for example, you notice that there's a phone connected right now. So if we go to that mode to see the music, we can go to media, And so again, we have Bluetooth connected right now. I don't have a connection for Apple CarPlay. So this is what it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the updates. Again, I'm just kind of showing you guys what it looks like so you guys know what to expect. Hopefully we'll see some cool changes, but to do the upgrade, you're gonna need to go here to General. And then of course you'll notice the current firmware model. You'll see that there's a button update, but of course you need to have this plugged in down here to the USB port. So we're gonna do just that. And I do apologize, I didn't catch it, but the actual update button illuminated. And now you can see you have to have the car on because this might take a while. So it says update now, background update, scheduled update. Let's just see update now. Let's see how long this takes. Oh, wow. It takes about 25 minutes, so I'm not gonna update it right now. I'll probably do it when I get back from my trip. So let's fast forward to that. Actually, you know what? So I decided to explore a little bit, and you know how there was that option that said background update? So if you press that, it states this: all features can be used during the update, but this may slow down the system start, or it may slow down the system start the update. So we're gonna click yes. Again, you saw that if you just did a direct update, it takes 25 minutes. So this is doing one of two apparent updates, updating the maps. So anyways, I'm gonna do what I have to do, and then we'll come back and see what changes have been made. All right, so I thought I'd update you guys for transparency's sake. I decided to just bite the bullet and do the update fully because the whole update in the background was kind of taking too long. So as you can see, it's stated 25 minutes. It is going decently fast. It's been like probably 5 minutes, but again, that's one of 5, and forgive all the fingerprints. All right, guys, so we're at the point where I believe that now everything's gonna kind of wrap up. So just to let you know, you guys saw the 5 pages, or that there was 5 pages. The first 2 steps are the ones that took the longest. The first one was the map update. The second one is actually the system update. The third is GPS, which it literally just jumped straight to like 100%. Fourth was something called a modem update. And then the fifth, it just said UCOM with like 3 dots. Then of course it said system restarting. You saw the Hyundai Splash logo. And basically it popped up for a second stating if I wanted to update something, but then it went straight to this. So again, I wouldn't rush to press the button that showed up prior to this. Again, I was just kind of letting things settle. You'll start hearing the radio, which I turned down of course for DMCA reasons, but this is where we're at right now. I'll let you know how much longer this takes, but 25 minutes is technically accurate up to this point. We've kind of exceeded that now, so let's see how long or how much longer it takes. All right, so I cleaned up the screen for you guys so it wouldn't be bothering you, but this is the next step. Just says preparing system update. Just like I was, suspecting, I figured that it would kind of go into another loop just to kind of make sure that everything's working fine. So hopefully after this, we'll get to play around with it and see what new changes have been done, and we'll go from there. All right, sit rep. So this video should have been this long, but so remember how at the beginning of the video I mentioned that there was already 2 updates. There had been one for November and then one recently in April. Well, I guess this actually is updating twice. So I did have to turn the car off, and I was super freaked out that I bricked the whole thing. When I restarted the car, it started up fine. It was actually really cool because it started from the first update, which already looked immensely different. And I apologize, I wasn't recording. If you saw the stock system, it had like blue buttons. So it's already kind of gone to a darker theme. I'm already really excited because it looks completely different than it did originally. Keep in mind this thing, and I'm almost positive if you buy an N-Line, it will not be updated from the factory. You're gonna have to do this yourself. So this is going through the second update now, which is another, they say 25 minutes when you get in there. Honestly, give it 30 to 35. Again, this is pretty well past this. And like I mentioned, I did turn off the car. So technically this was a 1 of 5, but now it's just stating 1 of 4. So we're just gonna finish this update, and then hopefully, within the next 25 minutes or something, we'll be good to go. All right, so if you have the V1 or the V2 just audio player like this, it's the same thing. This is the V1 because we have the 2020 Tucson. So you go down here, you plug into the USB, your USB with the file uploaded, and then basically you'll just end up going here to setup. This one doesn't do it automatically like the other one, so that's why I'm showing you, but you go to setup, then you'll actually go here to system info, and then right here you'll see how it says update. So there's really nothing plugged in, so you can't really update, but I'll tap it, It says, please check the device containing the update files and try again. So if the USB is plugged in, you just tap that and basically it'll go through its update process. This one wasn't as long as the full media. This was like 20 minutes long. And I'm actually going to show you what this one ended up updating. I know that for the V2, like the one in the Elantra N line, it'll actually give a better stability, because I know some people were complaining about the Apple CarPlay, the wireless Apple CarPlay was having kind of drops and disconnections. So definitely want to do that for that. You might not get like better features, but you'll for sure get more stability. In the V1, you kind of got a slight facelift on certain things. So as you can see, when you're in this screen, the Bluetooth audio, so unfortunately it's not duplicating anything extra, but it's got kind of its own little theme, as opposed to being like the whole black thing and everything. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plug into Apple CarPlay, so you guys can actually see the difference there. So with Apple CarPlay, and I'm going to assume Android Auto, it actually has the artwork in the background in this mode. Before, it used to just state like what was playing, and it would say Apple CarPlay with black just to match everything else. So nothing really noticeable, no changes. Even the Blue Link logo is still the original logo from before. But I guess that's a cool feature if you like being in this zone. Otherwise, of course, you're just going to go to your Apple CarPlay like normal. No differences here, nothing to write home about. So yeah, simple. Hey guys, so we're inside the vehicle. Forgive the AC noise. I actually waited till the next day just to kind of show you guys, because this media player changed so much after the update as opposed to the Tucson that there's just so much to go over. I can't really cover everything. I'm actually gonna have to do a separate video, but I just want to show you, this is the main screen. Gone are the individual 3 slides. The icons have completely changed. Even the media player just looks different. Actually, I'll just show you with the radio real quick. So,
Miranda, the creator of Hamilton,
so as you can see, the radio is now a completely different theme. Before it was just simple blue number. Well, actually, before it was just white numbers like the top, just on a blue background. Very simple. This is actually kind of so much nicer. And then of course, you still have your second screen, more clocks, a different weather widget, which actually gives you a 3-day forecast on top of the normal one. So this is just minor things that I'm showing you guys. Biggest feature though that I do want to show off is Bluetooth. They added the feature that I've been mentioning. So this is one of the features that I've actually griped about even since the Veloster days, just because back in like 2015, 2016, there were cars that could actually do this through Bluetooth connection. And it was so disappointing to see something along the same line of year and production time that just omitted that feature. And then when I got in this vehicle, before the update, same thing. It did not transmit the album artwork through the Bluetooth connection. It was just so frustrating because I knew it could be done. So the fact that they have since updated that just small little thing with Bluetooth connection to have your album artwork show up is amazing. And of course, this is even cooler because you can actually do the list, which will show you like if there's any other tracks. Right now I'm on a podcast, so it's not going to do it, but I'm going to show you just so many more things that were added. This thing just got completely transformed with the update. But like I said, that would make this video so much longer. So I'll go ahead and do a separate video for those of you guys who have not taken the plunge of updating your media players with the 10-inch screen. It's a huge, colossal change. And this is for people that have this on the Stinger, on the K5, now on the new Tucsons, the Palisade, all that good stuff. So if you're hesitant, I would pull the trigger and get this done ASAP because it's just so amazing.